Welcome back, students, in our this assignment, and this is your assignment number 3rd of chapter 3rd, the cell. And in this chapter I'm going to teach you about the structure of cell, and already I have explained you the two main parts of the structure of cell. Now I have already taught you about the cell membrane and cytoplasm. Now in this assignment I am going to teach you about the third main type of structure of a cell, that is nucleus. So first we see that what is nucleus. It is the most prominent cell organelle in the cell. So this nucleus is known as the most prominent cell organelle in the cell. It is usually spherical or oval in shape. So the shape of the nucleus is either spherical or oval. It was discovered by Robert Brown. So this nucleus was discovered by the scientist whose name is Robert Brown. Now the most important thing for the nucleus is that it is known as the brain of the cell, and it regulates the cell functions. So it is known as brain of the cell because it regulates all the activities of the particular cell. So it is known as the brain of the cell. Now you can see the structure of nucleus. In this structure you can easily see the nuclear envelope. This part is known as the nuclear envelope, and here you can see it is the outer membrane, this one, and this one is the inner membrane. The inner lining is known as the inner membrane. Then this yellow part is known as chromatin, and it consists of DNA and protein. Then this part is known as nucleolus. Now this nucleolus is the site of ribosome assembly, and there are small pores which you can easily see. These pores are known as nuclear pores. So this is the structure. Now we study this structure in detail. Now this nucleus is made up of two parts: nuclear membrane, or we can say it envelope, and second part is nucleoplasm. It contains nucleolus and chromosomes. Now as I have shown you in this diagram, that this part is known as the nuclear envelope, and this part is known as nuclear membrane, and it is of two types, outer and inner membrane. Then the other part is nucleoplasm, which contains the nucleolus and the chromatin, the chromosomes. Right, so this is the structure of nucleus, and it is made up of two parts, the nuclear membrane and the nucleoplasm. Now we see that what is nuclear membrane. It surrounds the nucleus. It is permeable in nature and contains many pores called nuclear pores. Now this nuclear membrane, it surrounds the nucleus. As I shown you in the diagram, it surrounds the whole nucleus, right? And it contains the pores which are known as nuclear pores. Now the other thing is, its structure is similar to plasma membrane. The structure of this nuclear membrane is similar to that of the plasma membrane, or we can say the cell membrane. Now second thing is nucleoplasm. Now this nucleoplasm, it is a colorless dense fluid surrounded by the nuclear membrane. It contains nucleolus and chromatin material. Now as I said, that nucleoplasm is a colorless and dense fluid, and it is surrounded by the nuclear membrane, and it contains the nucleolus and the chromatin material. Now we see that what is nucleolus. Now it is a spherical body present in the nucleoplasm and is not bounded by any membrane. You can see in the structure, this nucleolus, it is a body which is not bounded by any of the membrane, and it is rich in protein and RNA. Children, RNA means ribonucleic acid. This is the full form of RNA, and it produces ribosomes. So this nucleolus helps in producing the ribosomes. Now the other one is chromatin material. Now it is a network of thread like intertwined mass of chromosomes and is composed of the genetic substance. Chromatin material is a kind of a network of thread which are intertwined mass of chromosomes and is composed of the genetic substances. Now DNA, that is the deoxyribonucleic acid, and RNA, that is the ribonucleic acid, and proteins, all these three, they combine and they form the genetic substances. Now in a dividing cell, the DNA is highly condensed into thread-like structures called chromosomes. Now, when the cell divides, this DNA, they condensed and into a thread-like structures and they form the chromosomes. But at other times, it is spread throughout the nucleus as chromatin. The chromosomes contain basic hereditary units called the genes. You might have heard this word genes. So these genes are responsible for the transmission of characters from the parent to the offsprings, right? So this is the chromatin material, and it is responsible for the transmission of the characters from the parent to the offsprings. Now this is all about the nucleus. Now we are going to study about the cell wall. Now cell wall is found in plant cells only. The very important thing for the cell wall is that it is only present in plant cells. It occurs as a protective covering surrounding the plasma membrane. Now this cell wall, it acts as a covering and it surrounds the plasma membrane. Now the cell wall is made up of cellulose, a non-living substance. This is also very important thing, that this cell wall is made up of a special kind of substance and it is known as cellulose. It gives shape and a certain degree of rigidity to the plant cell without interfering with the functions of the cell membrane. Now this cell wall is responsible for giving the shape and giving the rigidity to the plant cell without interfering the function of the cell membrane. Now the cell wall is fully permeable, allowing substance and solution formed to enter and leave the cell. Now this cellulose, as I said that the cell wall is made up of cellulose. So cellulose is a structural carbohydrate and is considered as a complex sugar because it is used in both protection and formation of a structure. Now cell wall is characteristic feature to cells of plants, bacteria, fungi and algae. But cell wall of bacteria and fungi have different compositions. So this is about the cell wall. Now we see few functions of cell wall. Number 1, it provides shape to the plant cell. Number 2, it also functions as a storage deposits for carbohydrates. Number 3, it provides rigidity, tensile strength and structural support. It helps in supporting the plant cell. Then fourth point is it provides protection against mechanical stress and infection. Then next is fifth point, it resists water pressure and controls cell growth. Now this is all about the function of cell wall. Now children, here you can see the two diagrams of structure of a plant cell as well as a structure of animal cell. Now plant cell, I think you all have drawn in your copies. Now you have to draw the structure of animal cell also in your biology copy. Now I wanted to show you few things, right? First we see this cell membrane. The cell membrane is present in animal cell as well as in plant cell also it is present. But the cell wall, it is present in plant cell, but it is absent in animal cell. Now today I have taught you about the nucleus. So you can see over here that this part is the nucleus, and in this part you can see the other parts of the nucleus like nucleus envelope, nuclear pores, chromatin material, and nucleolus. Similarly, in the animal cell you can see that this part is known as nucleus, and it contains the nucleolus, and it contains the nuclear membrane. The outer and inner both the membrane are there, and then you can see that these are known as ribosomes. So I teach you the functions of each and every organelle in the next assignment, but for this assignment you see that these parts are known as nucleus, and the cell wall, it is present only in plant cell but it is absent in animal cell. And cell membrane already I have taught you. So this is the cell membrane, and it is present in plant cell as well as in animal cell also. So now with this session is complete. Soon I upload the next assignment for you all. Till then, stay safe. Thank you.